Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Yo, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm Jay Jones, and usually I'm your dungeon master. However, this month we're deviating from the normal programming just a bit. Due to travel plans and conflicting schedules, the Velvet League wasn't able to record an adventure for October. However, we still have a very fun, very eerie adventure for you. We brought back our friend Daniel Fernandez to run a Halloween-themed adventure for a few of us. Our players for this month include myself, Mike Christensen, and our friends Jeffrey Gardner and Sandra Frame. Sandra, who you might recognize as the voice of Partial Arc. She's the one you hear at the top of every podcast we do, who's saying to something to not do what it is doing. Now, Daniel, who is our DM for this adventure, you might remember him from Season 11, where he played Stu the Maniac Wellington. At the end of that adventure, Stu stayed behind in a town to take care of several rescued children, and opened his own orphanage. Not bad. The story we'll be telling opens on this orphanage. On All Ravens' Eve, the spookiest night of the year, as Stu tries to put the kids to bed.
All right, kids. All right, come on in. Is everybody in?
We have to. I don't want to. Oh, God.
I don't want to come in. Why? I'm just hanging out here playing with this ball, all right?
Look, I know you're not actually playing with that ball,
Dude,
okay?
Put it out!
Fine, whatever.
Okay, no, I know that you think that. Look, no, come on in.
What?
I wasn't smoking anything. It was all them.
What?
Dude,
Yeah,
like,
right. That's what you say all
don't
the
tattletale,
time.
all right?
Shut up, man.
All right, what did we talk about snitches?
They get stitches.
Exactly.
And get
I'm
cursed
a
by
good role
Get
model.
cursed by witches.
All right. So you guys didn't want to go out. You guys didn't go out trick or treating tonight.
What? No.
Oh, it's so lame.
You don't. Oh right. Oh, it's too lame to go out trick or treating.
Yeah, it's super lame.
It's for little kids.
And Mr. Wellington, technically, we're all over 70 years old, so I feel like we're all too old for it, but we especially are too old
That's
for
right.
it.
Shit Pants is right. We are
God
too
damn
old
it.
for this.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but he swore first.
Okay. Well, I don't know about your weird
shit pants.
time travel is bizarre. Don't think about it too much. You just okay.
Dude, I was imprisoned by a giant for 70 years, man. Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to say to me that's different than that?
Trick-or-treating sort of feels hollow after that.
Yeah.
A lot of things feel hollow after that.
Who
I
wants
cry
to be
at night.
tricked?
What?
I said nobody wants to be tricked.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said too.
Yeah, but it's Ravens. It's all Ravens Eve. It's spooky. It's scary. It's fun, right? It's scary.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just not that scary anymore. I mean, I got dangled over that lava pit for a while, and I mean, yeah, that scared me, but I don't know. Just something about, just getting candies and things just doesn't rattle my bones like it used to.
Okay, so you're saying that you want something scary then?
I mean, I guess, if you have anything.
Right, like you could actually scare us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a pretty good storyteller. I technically have bard levels, which means I'm an entertainer.
You say that a lot.
You do.
Yeah, bard levels. It's an expression.
Is that like a profession or something?
Yeah. It's why I can do magic, but I also have this drum. Anyway, look, if I really want to scare you, I could just blow my horns, but that's not the point.
Please don't do
Aren't
that
you
again.
always doing that?
Literally never do that.
That's how he got his nickname.
Okay, look, let me tell you a story. Okay? I'm going to tell you...
Is it going to be about the time you saved us from the Feywild?
Yeah, because we've heard that story a lot.
We were
Also,
there for it.
a lot of inappropriate middle sections about a druid girl. Like, it was very, we didn't need those parts in the story.
I felt too young to
Enough. Let me tell you a story about a group of brave adventurers. But these are different adventurers than the ones I usually tell stories about.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
They were known as the Steelport Six.
Oh.
And there were only 5 of them left.
Wait, what? Hold on. Only 5 left.
Yeah, well, because one of them died. Let me introduce you to these characters.
So I'm playing Luca, the half-orc, who stands about 6'1". He's kind of a beefy guy, but he's got this big-ass hammer forged by giants called Alketh's Doom. And he wears full plate mail. You would not expect it from his rough-and-tumble lifestyle. He is actually a paladin of Pelor. And this was not always the case for this man who loves blood and violence and money and has some dark history behind him. But he has somehow turned his life around and joined the church to some degree.
Well, and which god does he?
Pelor, the god of sun.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Jay. Guess I've never heard from me before. But today I'm excited because I'm actually going to be playing character in this game. I am playing a human monk. His name is Ash. He might have another name, but none of you guys know what it is. So Ash, also the human monk, by the way, we're all level 11. But Ash does not have all of his points in just monk level. Ash is actually multiclassing.
Which is new for the show, I realize.
Yeah, very new for the show. So Ash is multiclassing as a monk and warlock. He has 3 points in warlock and the majority of the other points, the 8 points in monk. The reason for that is because of his background. Ash, as a monk, when he was born, his shitty, terrible father made a pact with something.
Yeah.
And when Ash was growing up, he started to hear voices and things, and he didn't realize that this pact that was made was tied to him. He thought he was going insane, and his father never revealed what actually happened, and he was locked away for a very, very long time. And it was suddenly revealed to him later that his father did have a hand in this, and well, ever since getting out and kind of, finding his own way through the world, he joined a monastery to kind of push back these darker demons and became fully committed to becoming a monk and leaving these darker paths of when he was a child behind. And for years, he's fought along with these crew. He's, as how he looks, he usually dresses in simple robes. He's very tan skin. He's always out and climbing out in nature and things like that. He's always out in the sun. He doesn't like to keep in shadow for too long. And he, again, simple clothes. He doesn't carry any weapons on him. He uses his fists. And for years, he's been kind of a darker kind of guy, but he's trying to get a little bit more levity in his life and push that behind him.
All right, thank you.
I'm Sandra. I'm playing Katya. She is a human rogue. And a little bit about her, she joined this team and basically was their assassin. And now she has gone a different path and works as a blacksmith and is part of a guild. And so she's trying to go the straight and narrow. She's a human, like I said, with like tan hair, brown eyes, brown everything, basically. Very neutral toned. And stands about 5'4".
So my name's Jeff Gardner, and I'm playing Xerek, the tiefling barbarian with a criminal background. Xerek is about 5'8", 150 pounds. He has gray olive skin, which is currently disguised to look normal, and blonde hair and yellow eyes. He has recently set on the path of the totem warrior. His spirit animal is a wolf. And
totem warrior, that's what kind of class?
Barbarian.
All right. And how would you describe his personality wise? What's Xerek like?
He's got some rage issues.
Okay.
It's actually part of his fighting ability, but yes, he's very slow to trust. Still enjoys stealing, which is kind of a problem with that whole path of the totem warrior thing. Okay. And also very cynical.
All right. So I mentioned that this was the Steelport 6, and there's only 4 people who've introduced themselves. So there were 2. The Steelport 6 was a band of mercenaries that were some of the best mercenaries that you could find in this part of the world. They'd do whatever job you wanted. No matter how dirty it might get, they would always get the job done. And there were 2 other members of the team. There was Vincent, who was a cleric of Pelor. And there was Flint Bacalar, and he was a dwarven fighter. And he was sort of the leader of the team. He did all the negotiations and whatnot. And the 6 of them went around, and they did a really good job of getting jobs done, even if, sometimes it got a little violent. Until one day, they had a job that went south. They ended up, and this is a lot of backstory, more than usual that we have here, but they ended up deep in a ancient evil temple, and they found an orb of pure darkness. And this orb spoke to them and told them that if they just embraced the orb, they could have a wish, and it could give them anything that they could possibly desire. And some wanted to take the orb and use it, and some were willing to fight the others to take the orb, and some were like, no, you can't use that orb, it's evil. Clearly, it's made out of pure blackness. Like, this is totally evil. And some fighting broke out, and Luca actually ended up sort of accidentally, maybe on purpose, destroying Vincent, smashing him with the hammer. And after that, Flint grabbed the orb, made his wish, and disappeared. And since then, the group has been separated. It's been 10 years. They all sort of went their separate ways. That's how we mentioned, Katya's no longer an assassin. She's a blacksmith. Ash is trying to push back the darkness inside of him. Luca's a paladin now. Luca used to be more of a traditional fighter. And Xerek has gone more in line with getting in touch with the spirit of the wolf. And that's what they've been up to for the past 10 years. But they've all recently received letters in the mail. It wasn't a traditional post. It was always an older woman who with an eye patch, and spoke to each one of them individually and told them that Flint was inviting them to his island because Flint apparently had gotten super rich and had bought his own island off the coast. And Flint is dying, and he wishes to see his old friends before he passes away.
Yeah, Flint always gets his wishes.
Yeah. And so everyone had their own reasons for wanting to see Flint, but the gang will be back together. And that's where we're going to join them, on a boat, crossing the ocean, going to Flint's Island. Okay. So, just to give you guys some perspective, again, you all received this letter from a mysterious woman.
With an eye patch.
With an eye patch. And she said that, Flint wanted to see you again. And you all were led to a city by the bay, and you all boarded a ship, and you were sailing to the island of Lucia, which is Flint's island.
It's his own private island?
It's his own private island. No one has seen Flint in a very long time. He, since he made his wish, he's gotten super rich. He's controlled trade caravans and spoken to folks and done a bunch of deals, but nobody's actually seen him for about 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
He is sort of a recluse on this island, and he never lets anybody on. There aren't even necessarily any maps that can take you to this island. As we begin our adventure, now that I've told you everything that's going on, so everybody understands where we're at, we find our 4 heroes, or 4 former members of the Steelport 6, on a rickety boat. It's a small craft that's sailing into the darkness. There's extreme fog and mists surrounding the boat. Nobody can see anywhere except for the captain, it seems, who just sort of is standing, behind the wheel and sort of looking out. He seems to see something that none of the rest of you can see.
Is it night or is it daytime?
It was daytime when you left, but as you started to sail, you hit what must have been a storm. But it's not that the waves aren't picking up or anything. It's just there's this fog, this mist, this just clouds that are clouding everything. And the sun, which should be out if you're keeping your sense of time, is no longer shining. It's dark, but there are some lanterns hanging on the boat. And you've sort of gotten a chance to see each other a little bit. You could chat with each other. I know it's probably been a long time since you've seen each other.
I was going to say, we didn't all know that we were going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we see each other before we boarded the ship, or have we slowly being like, oh, you're on this ship too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so it's only the 4 of you that are on the ship, but the ship is sort of large, and maybe you all went to different parts. The captain has not been particularly chatty. He introduced himself as Reichert.
Is there any crew working the ropes?
it's just him.
Just one guy?
Just one guy, and he seems to, but he seems to be able to be captaining the ship relatively well. You suspect that the ship might have some magic to it that's letting it sail to where it needs to go. And Reichert simply said, and he said the same thing to each of you as you got aboard, he just said, "Welcome. you'll be sailing to Lucha Island. If you have any questions, you can ask me, but usually the master answers the questions.
All right.
So after, a little bit on the boat, I think I probably saw Ash get on, and now I'm approaching you. Been a long time, man.
Not long enough, Luca. And I just walk away from you immediately.
Hey, man, I'm changed. I mean, look at me. I'm not the same man.
Yeah, you're a lot older. A lot older, uglier. Still look like shit. And I walk away from you.
Ash.
What?
I'd like to bury the hatchet if...
Bury the hatchet? Not the hammer this time?
Nah, I've still got the hammer.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Is that the hammer? Are you kidding me? You still have that thing?
It's a good hammer.
Oh, it's a good hammer. Because you caved in our friend's skull with it?
Well, that's not the reason. It helped prove that it's a good hammer.
Do you want me to throw you off this boat? Why did you come to talk to me?
I mean, you could throw me off the boat. I think I'm a decent swimmer. All right, just me then. All right. Look, man, I get that you might have a little bit of bad blood about what happened before. You and I didn't see eye to eye on the whole orb thing.
On the whole murder thing. Yeah,
the orb
we didn't see eye to eye on that one.
The orb, I think we actually do see eye to eye on the murder. It was a mistake.
That's it? Just a mistake?
I'm trying to do my best to make it right, man.
What have you done?
I gesture down at my vestments of the Church of Pelor.
You're a paladin now? Is that armor the same armor that he wore?
No.
Did you steal that off of his body?
No, I didn't.
But you just happen to be a paladin of Pelor.
I joined his church.
Look, it's been 10 years. We don't need to talk about this. We don't need to talk at all, okay?
What don't we need to talk about?
Xerek! Long time no see.
Why do you still have that?
The hammer?
Why do you still have the hammer that you used to murder our companion?
It's a good hammer.
Still, the word, totally skating around the whole fact that you killed somebody that we knew with it.
I'm not skating around the fact. I'm trying to make amends. But why would I give it up? It's a good hammer.
All right.
Hi, Ash. How are you?
I'm all right, Xerek. How are you?
I've been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look fine. Still, working with animals and stuff, and...
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm on the totem warrior path now.
Oh.
I follow, wolves, mostly, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I didn't know you actually were gonna do it. What does that entail, really?
A totem warrior looks to wolves as whatever animal it is, looks at the animal as the inspiration for everything that you do. So you try to think like a wolf, you try to live like a wolf, or at least apply those ideas to a human life. Yes, exactly.
God damn it. We all walked right into it.
We did.
We opened the door.
We did.
What's through here?
Is that why you have fur, all over your... Are these pieces of fur on your armor?
I mean, yeah.
It's nice. I'm not. It's not an insult. I'm just
Ash
saying.
is having a hard time with the fact that people are wearing armor. It's a weird thing for him right now.
I'm having a hard time with the fact that you're here and that you exist, quite frankly.
Well, he didn't wish me away, clearly.
So wait a second. You guys all got the same creepy, weird old woman with an eye patch come to your house as well?
We can't know it was the same one.
I'm fairly certain it was the same one.
I mean, how would we be able to prove that?
How many old women do you know with eye patches?
I know one. That doesn't necessarily make it so.
You're
Do you think there's only one old woman with an eye
solved
patch?
the riddle, Luca. You figured it out.
I missed
We can all get off the boat now.
I totally trapped him in his own riddle. But honestly, Xerek, I don't know why you're giving me such a hard time. I thought you and I saw eye to eye on this. The orb, not the murder. Well, we do see eye to eye on the murder. I told Ash, I don't think murder... Mistakes were made. But I think we all agree, maybe not Ash, but I think you and I could agree that the wish thing didn't have to go down the way it did.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away now.
Look, just because Flint screwed us doesn't mean we were wrong.
Flint's not the one. Never mind. You know what? Forget it. For 10 years, you haven't changed at all. You haven't grown. You haven't realized the error of your ways. It's just the same old Luca.
I feel differently, obviously, but
Okay.
that's okay.
And then I just kind of go back to my room, I guess.
Where are you going, Xerek? I know your guys' voices from a mile away.
Hi, Katya.
Katya, oh my God, it's great to see you.
You too. How have you been?
I run up and I give her a big hug. It's been a while. You were where were you last? I didn't get your last post because I changed towns, but it must have been I think it was out by I think it was Tellsville.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I was only in there for a short period of time.
How have you been? I know it's
Good.
You've been traveling.
Yeah, just traveling with the guild.
Good, nice. Well, it's great to see you in person. It's been so long.
I know. I'm so glad that we were able to keep in touch.
Yeah. It's been tough, but it's nice to see an old friend. You know.
Right. Not like I wish I could say the same about the rest of these folks. But
And here's a son of a bitch on this boat as well.
well,
Luca,
Okay.
do you remember Katya?
I'm not that. What do you?
Have you co-opted any of her stuff into your life as well, or is it only your dead friends?
what do you mean? Oh. Are you? Oh, this is just too good. It's too good.
talking about the cloak or the hammer? Which one are we on?
No,
It feels
no.
like everyone has
No,
problems with how I dress
just,
and what I wear. And
You know, you're what, paladin? That's
Yeah.
paladin attire?
Yeah, it's
right?
paladin
yeah,
attire.
we've got some of those.
yeah. Pelor. I think we've all heard of him. I think we all know his good works.
Right. And how's that working out for you?
Pretty well. Don't get laughed at by strangers. That's nice.
Okay. Well,
That is always nice.
Just friends, I guess.
Well, I'm glad we're all here on this boat together. Just to.
Are you glad? I don't think you really
No,
are.
I'm not that glad.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Seem to be pretty glad to see her.
I can tell you this: I'm happy to see Flint again, though. I'm really looking forward to seeing that guy. Got a lot of nice things to
Oh.
say to him. A lot of great things
Just-
to say to Flint.
What do you guys think his wish was? Was it the island?
Probably to never see me again, which
Probably
not
that-
going to work out for him.
Well,
If it was magic, wouldn't he just never see you again?
Look at sarcasm.
What
I
if
mean,
he's
really?
blind?
Sarcasm.
What if
why
he's
would
blind?
he wish to be blind?
That's how they get you.
What? How does what get you?
Are you talking about
Are
the whole
beggars?
thing where if you make a wish, it has unintended consequences, sort of deal?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, now you're thinking through the orb of darkness being a bad idea? Now you're thinking through it being a bad one?
I'm just saying you have to choose your words carefully.
So I remember when we were all there and we were like, "Oh, this orb of darkness, it's grants one wish. It's probably going to be fine, right?" That's what you guys were thinking?
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah, I remember you were thinking that.
Yeah.
Did that make sense at the time to you?
It
that the
still
orb of
makes
darkness
sense.
would be good?
Had we taken our time, thought it through, picked our words carefully. If he's blind, it's because he didn't think his words through carefully. That's how they get you.
why are we rehashing this?
Well, apparently everyone has problems with Luca today.
Well, isn't that every
Only because
day?
you're wearing the armor and the hammer that killed our friend.
It's not the same armor.
Great.
Sure, that
I'm sure that
makes
makes
it
it a lot better.
You hear a bell ring on the ship, and you see that you're slowly coming out of the fog. And you see, well, it was dark in the fog and the mist that you were in. As you come out of it, the sun is shining incredibly brightly. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's almost blinding as you approach this island.
I just nod at all of you, just point, just say, Pelor,
Seriously?
Really?
god of the sun.
So
All
he
right.
just sometimes makes it dark, sometimes make it bright again. You know, it's the middle of the day right now, right?
No, I'm just saying we just should all take a minute and enjoy his miracle.
God.
Wow.
Is that going to be like this the whole boat ride?
You're born
We're
again
almost
paladin.
there.
I don't know
Thank
how I'm going
God.
to take this.
All right. As you sort of look out to the island, you see that it's a relatively large island. You're actually very close to it. The fog seemed to go very close to the island. You can't see all the way around it. You're just sort of seeing the coast, and it seems to be a flat beach with a jungle a little ways in, and you see just a small sort of lovely little village. Maybe there. Actually, I'd love for you to roll perception checks for me to get an idea of what you see. All right, going around, Jeffrey.
24.
Or excuse me, Xerek. You got 24.
Yes.
Ash.
9.
Okay. Katya.
Natural 20.
All right. And Luca.
24.
All right. So everybody sees something except for Ash.
I'm blinded by the light of this dick's fucking armor.
the sun is reflecting off the hammer into your face.
Yeah, pretty much. Blinding me.
Blinding.
All right. You see that there seems to be a lot of people running around in the village. There's a small village near the coast. It looks like a little fishing village. There's a little pier that's been built. There's fishing ships, just more like rafts with people with spears, like spearing things. You actually literally see a couple people laying out on the beach, seeming to be sunning themselves. One person's reading a book. Looks like everybody's having a pretty good time. It's just a lovely, it's pretty much a tropical paradise. It's what, if you were to look up tropical paradise in the dictionary, it'd look something like this. However, Katya, you notice with your keen eyes that you've developed as a rogue and your natural 20, you notice
More the keen eyes, though.
you notice that as you look into the island, there seems to be like a hill that slopes up, like there's a mountain sort of in the center of the island, and sitting on top of it is a large mansion. You could see it, like it's an extravagant looking mansion. You can't really make too much details out about it. But the thing that seems to be confusing you is that it seems to be cloaked in shadow. Now, there's nothing that would be casting this shadow necessarily, but the sun is impossibly bright all around the island. Like I said, tropical paradise. But all around this mansion in the center of the island, it's just darkness. There's no sunlight.
Luca, Jesus, do you polish that every day?
But what are we talking? Oh, the hammer, yeah. Sometimes.
Okay, just put it away, all right? It's literally blinding me.
Put it away where? It's the size of my head.
Up your ass. I don't know, wherever you want to put it.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
We're arriving at the island.
Oh, Jesus.
Rikert has walked up to
Where
your group.
did you come from?
Jesus, man, you're so quiet.
Holy
The
God.
Vistani are very quiet people. Now, you will be meeting Master Bacular soon, but feel free to make yourself at home.
Master who? I thought we were here to see Flint. Who's Master Bacular?
Flint Bacular. That is his... Bacular was his last name.
I always thought it was Baccarat.
I always knew him as Flint.
Yeah.
Did you say Baccarat is what you thought his last name
No,
was?
I said what you said.
God damn it. Now, real quick, as this is happening, because we haven't had a chance, I've been bothered by Luca. I want to use one of my invocations, my warlock invocations called Eldritch Sight.
Okay.
And I can use Detect Magic without using any kind of spell slot.
Okay.
So kind of my eyes go, a light flash in my eyes and a ripple out. I can detect magic around myself, the boat, and specifically Riker. I want to see if there's anything magical right now. Or about this person.
Rikert does not appear to have anything magical about him.
Okay.
The boat itself is, as I suggested, and as you may have suspected, seems to be enchanted. There are sails that you see that there are actually runes on it. Now, once your arcane sight is going, you look up and you see the runes are actually etched in onto the sails and whatnot.
Okay.
But invisibly, so the normal eye would not be able to see it.
Wouldn't be able to, okay.
And I'm going to have you keep track of this. Actually, all of you, I want you to write something on your character sheet or on a scratch piece of paper near you. I want you to write the word dark powers.
Sounds good.
This will be tracking your engagement with the dark powers that control this place. And by using the warlock powers that are granted to you by your evil patron, I want you to get a dark powers point. Take 1 point.
You got it.
Yes.
Does anybody see that up there?
See what?
The sun? You're not supposed to look directly at the sun.
Up there on the island.
That is the manor of Master Bacular.
Why?
Wait, what? What do you mean there's a manor? I see a bunch of people. Now it looks like there's a bunch of people on the beach?
Yeah, they look like they're having a blast, but if you look up towards the top, you'll see that there's a mansion up there, apparently, and it is cloudy and shadowy, kind of like our previous boat ride.
Why would you wish that into the middle of a tropical paradise?
I don't think he wished it.
It might have just been part of the island. It's a cloudy day, guys. These things happen. Pelor can't be everywhere in all places at all times.
Oh, my...
He's just conveniently where he needs to be at the right time, right?
Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
Maybe
gotcha.
that's the downside. Maybe that was one of the side effects.
Of the wish? Yeah, probably.
What, that he's a cloudy house?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's real shadowy up there. I would not want to be there.
I'm supposed to tell you that Master Bacular wishes for you to get comfortable in the village. Meet the people there. I'm sure they can provide you with all sorts of lovely gifts. All visitors are given gifts as they arrive on the island. I will be sailing back to the mainland soon, but a ship will come for you at some point. Make sure that you go to see Mr. Bacular at your earliest convenience.
Any tips?
All right.
Tips?
Just personally from you. Do you have anything you'd like to share with us? Anything that maybe we should know that you're not revealing?
Some good local spots.
Yeah.
I don't stay on the island. It's not for people like me. But,
What? You mean people who speak in vague sentences?
the Vistani are creatures of the mist. Now,
Can I roll for Vistani for
yes,
history?
this would be a history check to roll about the Vistani. Anybody can make this check if they would like.
I have pretty good history. Wow. Okay. So that is a 22 in history.
All right. And what'd you get, Xerek?
12.
You got a 12. Luca
17.
and
I
Katya.
thought that's what I had too. It was 17.
All right. All of you except for Xerek. These things
Now
happen.
the hammer's blinding me. God damn
And my
it.
Zerek's
memories.
thinking about, like, what am I going to get on the beach? Should I
Which
get
god?
lobster? Should I get crab?
The Vistani are sort of vagabonds. You usually don't see them outside of caravans. Usually, they travel from town to town in brightly colored wagons, and they're known for their fortune telling. Their women are often thought to be seers who can see the future, but many towns do not welcome them in because they're thought to be criminals and vagabonds who will steal all your stuff.
So I look Riker up and down now, knowing who
Yeah.
he is and what about him. Vistani, yes. Before we get off this boat, I have to ask, do you have a fortune you could share with me?
That's a little bit racist, man.
What? No, come on, right? Isn't I thought that's a thing. You guys...
Our women are seers.
I was gonna say
Oh.
it's the women.
Oh, well, I don't, that's the thing. I don't judge everybody by their gender. I just assume everybody can just
Okay.
So
do
you're
what everybody
saying-
else can.
You're saying you thought he was a woman?
No, I just, I've heard about Vistani. They give, fortunes and things.
That's not how it works. Captain Riker, dance.
What?
They have really good dances.
Seriously? I asked for something. You just commanded him to dance.
Oh, I could cast command on him. I'm not going to. But I could.
I'm
Level
not
2 spell slot.
I'm not really in a dancing mood. You will remember, though, and actually, now that you're thinking about this, you remember, so the women are the ones who can tell the fortunes, but the men are the ones who can cast the curses on people.
Oh, I just remember that now. I'm like, oh, you know what? Well, I'll see you guys on the island. And I jump out of the water and I just swim up to the island.
No, the boat's pulling up to a dock.
So I hit really shallow water. It's what happens. Oh, I meant to do this. And then I just walk up water, soaking off my robes, walking up to the beach.
He sort of gives a little bit of a wicked grin to the three of you that are still on the boat and says, well, I hope you enjoy your time on this island.
That's not foreboding at all. All right.
Why would it be? This is going to be a great time.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
So, get off my boat.
Off.
Oh, I see.
Of course,
All right, so we just this way? All right, fine.
Yeah, no, the ramp's over there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We didn't see you put it down. Oh, that's right. The boat's magic. That's right.
The boat is magic.
I was
yes.
waiting for you, but you're right.
Yeah, no. So the enchanted sort of gangplank lowers down onto the
I legitimately forgot that the gangplank would probably lower itself.
Just do it itself.
I am role playing the intelligence score. That's definitely what I'm doing.
and a dark-skinned man with sort of an afro that's sort of walks up to you and says, welcome. You guys are guests of Master Bacalar, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I pull myself up onto the dock. Yeah, we are.
Oh, you're the fourth one. Yeah, we were supposed to have four coming in.
I love to go for a good swim. The water looked great.
All right. Oh, it's great. I'm Mayor Walker. I'm sort of in charge of the village around here.
Wait, Flint? Hold on a second. Does Flint own this entire island?
Oh, Master, you see that he you don't even have to roll to see this, but as soon as you mention that, his face sort of you see a little bit of a frown. He's been very smiley, and up to this point, he says, "Oh yes, this whole island belongs to Master Flint, to Master Bacalar."
And you're the mayor of this island.
Oh no, I'm the mayor of this town. This is Indulgence. This is the town of Indulgence. This
He
is our.
named the town Indulgence?
That's
You
amazing.
live in a town called Indulgence.
Yes, because
I can't even be mad about that. That's amazing.
That's almost like a pickup line. I'm
Yeah.
the mayor of Indulgence.
look,
Tell me more.
Yeah, well, maybe on your mainland, you're so all about like repression and whatnot. You seem to be a priest. Religion tends to repress people, but
That's true.
here in Indulgence, we live our lives to the fullest. We live in this.
Indulge.
We do indulge this beautiful island paradise where the sun never sets and the fish are always beautiful and it's just
Hold on a second. You said the sun never sets?
the sun never sets on Indulgence. No, it's always lovely here. It's a blessing that we have.
I mean, that's
Blessing of Pelor, probably.
no,
That's what he's gonna
probably
say.
not Pelor.
No.
Probably
Yeah.
gonna say Pelor.
Do you ever question Mayor of Indulgence why the sun never sets here?
It's not for us to question the
Well,
I
gods.
kind of want to know.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Oh,
Can
my
I roll
insight's
one as
pretty
well?
good.
I guess not. I'm not asking him anything.
I mean, any insight is like looking at somebody and reading their expressions.
So with my insight check, I got a 25.
okay, you got a 25.
18.
Okay,
Luca's not rolling.
Yeah, 9.
okay.
I'm too busy admiring his body.
Yes, he is. He's sort of a muscular guy, though. He is wearing like a pair of like sort of professor's glasses, but he's also like
I'm into the intelligent guys.
yeah. But
I'm into intelligent, muscular men.
yeah. Oh, did I mention he's shirtless? He's shirtless.
Exactly.
In my head, he already was.
He also has a rescued puppy by his side.
Oh no, the puppies are coming later, and that's actually a plan. There will be puppies.
He just got out of the water, so his abs are like just moist and
He's
dripping.
The mayor like swims up to the dock and like dolphin jumps out onto the.
He's played by Mike Coulter.
Yeah, there you go. He does their Old Spice
I
commercials
don't know
here.
who that is.
He plays Luke Cage on Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay.
And Luke Cage, I guess.
Your insight check. He seems to be a good job of like keeping his like upbeat attitude going on at all times. But as you were mentioning Flint, and as you were mentioning just any sort of questioning of like the just being happy all the time, he just sort of says, "Well, life can be short, and you just got to live life to the fullest while you can. You never know what the next day will hold."
What kind of read do I get on him with a 25?
You realize that like he seems to be legit, like there's something that he's afraid of, but it seems like something that he's repressed, like that he does not want to think about at all.
Gotcha.
But you bringing up these things, like it seems to be reminding him of something that he tries not to think about.
Well, Mayor, you make a good point. You know, I'd love to get to know your town a little bit better.
I'd love to get to know you better.
Oh well, lovely. I didn't catch your names. Like I said, I'm Mayor Walker. But what are your names?
I'm Katya.
Oh, lovely to meet you, Katya.
I'm Xerek.
Nice to meet you, Xerek.
Luca.
Luca. Okay, nice to meet you. I see you are are you a religious man?
Oh, yes, indeed, yes.
Oh, okay. And
And I'm interested. Tell me where your best spots to get a drink around here is, and I'd love to check it out.
all right. You could go to Rory's Pub. It's actually just right down the dock. Rory's Pub.
Perfect. I'll see you guys down at Rory's Pub. And I kind of quickly...
I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'll see you in there. Don't worry.
I didn't catch your name. Okay.
His name's Ash.
Okay. You guys should stay in Indulgence and just enjoy your time here. Yes. If you need anything, I've got some waves to catch. Actually.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Before you go,
a magical surfboard comes up and he just...
Just hops on.
Yeah.
Before you go, do you know when Flint wants to see us?
Oh, I don't speak with Master
It
Bacalar.
was at our earliest convenience, I think.
You should. I don't know when Master Bacalar will be wanting you, but he has all the time in the world. So take your time, enjoy yourselves, and whenever he has his visitors, they make their way to his manor eventually. Yes, but
And is there a hotel or
Oh,
where do we have?
you could stay with any of the people here on the island. We're we're in a narco-syndicalist commune. Like everybody has what everybody else has. We share everything that we have, so you can share.
Very flattering offer, but I won't be partaking. I'm married, so that's not really appropriate anymore.
Whoa! Wait!
who-
You're
what?
married?
Yeah, I've
Who are you?
settled down.
When did this happen?
Yeah.
Well, gee, you haven't seen me in 10 years. Are you surprised that I didn't stay the same person?
Well,
Kinda, yeah. Honestly,
So-
really, really surprised by that.
Anyway, I got to go catch a wave, so I'll leave
Okay.
you guys to it. Peace out. Smash
hang-
capitalism. And he hops on it. Yeah.
Hang 10.
Yeah.
I think we can stop for a drink. Hit the pub before we go.
But beforehand, who are you married to?
Yeah.
You got kids?
My wife's working on our first right now, yeah.
Who
are you
dumb
married
enough
to?
marry you?
It's not a big deal, guys. People meet people. Did any of you meet anybody?
Okay, does she have a name?
Do we know her?
Yes, she does have a name. Why do you care that I found happiness?
We're just, catching up like old friends do.
Just trying to, fill each other in over the past 10 years. What's your wife's name?
You guys are so keenly interested now. When I was all smiles on the boat, everyone couldn't give me the time of fucking day.
Because we hate you.
Well, then, I'm gonna go get a drink.
All right, we'll get it out eventually.
Meanwhile, down the dock, Ash has walked his way towards the bar, and you hear the sounds of dogs, like puppies, as you're entering into
like
the
cute little puppy dogs?
cute little puppies, like little barking and whatnot. And you see that this pub, Rory's pub,
Yep.
is full of puppies.
It's a puppy cafe!
Wait. Now I need a little bit of clarity. Are puppies like serving drinks? Like, is this like a puppy maintained bar? Like, there's a puppy bouncer. There is a puppy
You took that way further than
Oh,
he did.
yes. Only because I deeply want it to be.
I know. We all do.
Well, so most of the puppies are just sort of wandering around, just like your standard
just, like, in the
puppies,
floor,
just on the floor, like licking and playing, and there's toys around and whatnot. You see a couple of people just hanging there, like joking around, chatting with the bartender, and playing with the puppies.
And the bartender is not a puppy.
The bartender is not a puppy.
That'd be too perfect.
Yeah, the bartender, he's standing behind the bar. He's sort of cleaning up, and as you're coming in, he just sort of waves and says, "Oh, hey there, how's it going?"
Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Rory, because this is Rory's.
Oh, of course it is. Rory, this is, I love the theme of your bar here. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I like puppies. I like booze. I figured we could just combine both of them together.
To be honest, Rory, I wish more people thought in that exact same stream of consciousness. So
That's how we live in indulgence, my friend.
Wow.
That is how indulgence rolls.
Rory, what's a kind of like a regular drink the locals tend to pick up here? I want to, they say when in Hog's Bottom, do as the Hog's Bottoms do.
Well, I have the puppy dog tail. It's a signature cocktail of mine that I make.
Of course, definitely, please.
All right, let me mix that up. We got a little bit of tropical fruit in there, and you see that he's just mixing up all of this stuff. I assume while this is going on, if any of you all are coming into the cafe. Oh, did you bring friends?
Oh my gosh.
Rory, these are we call them acquaintances, probably. Some of them friends, one of them friends. But, guys, Katya, please meet Rory, who owns this bar.
So nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you. Katya, okay? And I don't know if I caught your name, sir.
My name's not that important.
His name is Ash.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Ash.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
You with the horns, what's your name?
Xerek.
All right. Oh, the puppies seem to be taking an awful lot of a shine to you, and you notice that like a lot of them are like crowded around you and like giving you a lot of attention and like jumping up, like trying to jump up on you. And
hi.
You with the hi there,
Luca.
Oh, nice to meet you guys. Can I get you anything? I'm making your friend Ash here a drink.
I'll take one of those.
I'll have what he's having.
All right.
A different thing,
Okay.
but also good.
All right. Do paladins drink?
Should you be drinking?
Yeah.
Do they drink? You know what? I don't think, Luca, if you're following the way so closely, I don't think you can have a drink. I mean, unless you want to tarnish the name that you're trying to live up to so much for Pelor, of course.
Yeah.
I believe the patrons of Pelor are just they're filled with so much light. Why do they need anything?
We'll get them water. We saw Vincent have a nip every once in a while. I think we'll probably be okay.
I'm sorry, hold on. I thought you were trying to do your own thing. Are you telling me now that you were instead trying to live the life
guys, let's
that
not have
lived?
and like as you guys are sort of arguing with each other, like you see everyone in the bar is sort of looking at you and getting like visibly like shaken as just like you're having this even relatively minor bit of disagreement.
Oh,
and they're
like even just a slight
like slight sort of disagreement, and Rory's just like, guys, there's nothing to fight about. Everything's fine. Everything's always fine. There's nothing to worry about here.
Tell you what, Rory, just give me whatever you decide is best.
Alrighty, I got.
You know what? Water. Is it water? Water's free here, I assume.
Yes, I can get you some water. We got
water
some spring
free,
water.
That's fine.
Spring water. It. I think you'll think it tastes lovely.
Wow, Luca, I'm impressed.
All right, and
I have that effect on people.
He pours out all your drinks. The water, if the water tastes like it's extremely fresh, like it seems to be from like a mountain spring. It's very very nice. And the cocktail, it kicks a little bit. It's much more alcoholic than you may have suspected.
Now I do want to clarify that I don't drink my drink.
You don't drink it.
No.
Okay.
I do.
No.
I 100% do.
Okay.
I don't. I pretend like I'm drinking my drink. I am definitely not drinking it.
Okay.
And in the moments that I can, I want to closely, and when we have a moment, look at it, investigate it, things like that.
Okay. And I need you all to make a perception check.
Holy shit. I'm rolling so well today.
10. I'm covered with puppies, so I understand if I don't notice something.
I got a 14.
Okay.
20, but not natural.
Okay.
Total of 23.
Katya and Luca, you hear something. You hear a very loud, sort of whinny coming from, it seems like the air. You hear the sound of a horse, but in the air. Ash is maybe busy examining the drink. As you're examining the drink, you see... This all seems to be standard sort of fruit and sort of stuff. There doesn't seem to be any ingredients, at least that you're seeing right here, that seem, completely out of the ordinary. It just seems like an interesting way to combine all of them. And Xerek, you find that one of the puppies is licking your face. And you just feel you feel really at home with all of these puppies, actually. Maybe related to your wolf spirit, the dogs.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. They're attracted to you about that.
You found your new pack.
I'm just sitting on the floor delighted.
But the both of you, when you hear the whinny, you look up and you see flying towards the village a black steed. It doesn't have wings, but it just looks like a large horse that's flying through the air. But its mane and its tail and its hooves are made of fire. Riding on its back is a purple-skinned, disgusting-looking woman who is just laughing and giggling.
Oh, so just to get an idea, is this bar open?
Yeah, it's open. It's just sort of there's a roof that covers it, but besides that, it's just open.
It's just like you'd walk up to a regular tropical bamboo bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a tiki bar.
It's like a tiki bar.
Yeah.
I thought we were inside a place.
No,
Okay.
it's like a tiki bar.
Gotcha.
Did you
Devil horse!
What?
And as you shout that, everyone looks up, and everybody looks back down to their drinks and is studiously ignoring what is happening.
What is that?
Devil horse, right? I'm not alone on the devil horse, right?
Sorry, did you say something?
Do you see the devil horse?
I didn't see anything. I'm there's 14 puppies on me, dude.
The old woman lands at the bar, and now the two of you see her as well.
I drop my drink
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh, all the puppies.
She points out her hand
Hey, what was in that?
and says, Rory. And everyone sort of looks at him, and you see a couple of them, everyone now just looks away from him. They look at Rory for a second and then look away. And Rory says, wait, no, it's not time yet. It's not. She says, do not question. And she waves her hand, and Rory falls asleep. He just collapses on the ground. And she's now moving towards him. She's extended long claws out of her fingernails.
Can I make some sort of check to see what she's doing and what she is or something?
Yes, exactly.
Is it Arcana?
This would be an Arcana check, yes.
Oh, bummer. I wish I was not as dumb as I am. Total of 6.
Okay, this seems like a weird purple lady.
Okay. Stay away from her, weird purple lady.
Can I try to make a religion check to see if that gives me anything? Or would that not really impact this?
There is no religious significance to this.
Gotcha. I'm not going to make an Arcana check just because it's just not my deal.
18.
Okay, 18. You recognize this. Maybe in your maybe you had a job where you dealt with something like this in the past. You recognize this as a night hag. Oh. It's one of the different kinds of hags. Hags are powerful spellcasters that often form covens, which can get them even more powerful. And her steed is what is known as a nightmare. This is a Pegasus that is corrupted and becomes a flying evil steed called a nightmare. Haha, get it? Nightmare.
That's so great.
I don't follow.
Thanks.
Wait, so Stu, hold on a second. So they're on this tropical island, right? These guys, they're on a tropical island, and then like a witch, you said? Like a flaming horse witch person just shows up on the island?
That is what I said, yes.
Okay, all right. Is this like a real island? Like, I mean, the puppies thing, I'm big on, like, I like big dogs, but, like, puppies seem pretty cool. Is this like a real island?
Is this based on a true story?
The domains of dread are very real and very terrifying.
Oh, domains of dread.
But I suppose I'm getting ahead of myself. But just remember, domains of dread are a hell, but it's a prison that's truly the greatest hell for its jailer.
I feel like it's kind of in the
All right.
It sounds so metal.
I'm not sure what that
It
means.
is pretty metal, yeah.
Wow, it's pretty awesome. All right, keep going. Sorry for interrupting, Mr. Wellington.
Demon horse!
And
What the shit?
and the hag sort of stares at you and says, "You are not to interfere."
So I, in one move, like, go up, cross over the bar, like, slip right in front of him and put my hand on, like, I'm putting myself between the hag and Rory. Rory on the ground, like, my hand kind of pushing him back, and just, I extend my left hand out to the hag and say, "Hi, I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'd love to take a moment here and chat. What's your name?"
Ravel.
Ravel. Very nice to meet you. My name is Ash. I'm here to see a friend, maybe a friend of yours. Flint? Baccarat? Baccaral? Baccarie?
Bacalar?
Sure, that one. Here to see Flint. Kind of an asshole, but, we're old pals, so it's okay. Do you have some kind of...
It is time for the sacrifice to Master Bacalar.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Wait. What do you mean by sacrifice?
Master Bacalar needs servants for his manor. All those who live in indulgence know that once a month, we need to take our tribute.
Look, I've seen some weird interview processes, but this is a little strange. I'm sure this guy... it's called Rory's. If he goes get a job somewhere else, they're going to have to rename it.
What's going to happen to all the puppies? Sorry.
You need to move out of my way. You see that actually while this conversation is going on, everyone in the bar is leaving. Like, everybody is just sort of walking away, like not wanting to get involved.
Are the puppies going anywhere?
Yeah, what's happening to the puppies?
The puppies are sort of just... Xerek, what are you doing?
I'm just... Because I'm assuming, like, once the lady landed, they went nuts. So I'm trying to, like, calm them down.
The puppies seem to be having the same personality and, like, mood that you are having. They seem to be feeding off of whatever your mood is. So what is your mood at the moment?
Kind of concerned, stressed. So, yeah, they're probably panicking.
So they're, like, whining?
Yeah, they're whining. A couple of them might be... a couple of them might...
adorable!
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you're sort of panicking, like, they're sort of panicking.
Everything's fine.
Yes.
What's happening? Guys, what's happening? Can I make a history check? Or
no, it was an Arcana check.
Oh, right. I failed it. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, what's happening?
Yeah. And the woman sort of looks forward and says, "So you are the new visitors. I see Bacalar has brought new playthings to this island."
What?
That doesn't...
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, we're nobody's playthings.
Javelin.
We are all playthings.
You're just going to throw a javelin at her?
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh, no.
19 to hit.
All right, that will... that'll hit.
As soon as it goes into her, I'm just going to say, shit!
10 damage, and I get 2 attacks. Can I throw 2?
Yeah, sure. Where did my writing utensil go?
That's even higher, so yeah.
Fuck diplomacy, I guess.
10 damage on the first, 5 on the second, 15 damage total as I throw 2 javelins in a row.
All right. She says, "We're all playthings of the dark powers."
I look back and just look at Luca like, just no words. My arms are open. My eyes are wide, just making the face of like, are you fucking kidding me?
Roll for initiative, please.
I'm looking at her. Got my eyes on the prize, buddy.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. The Steelport 6 will return next Friday for part 2 of our All Ravens Eve adventure. In the meantime, you can follow Daniel on Twitter at LOTR_Dan. You can also follow the rest of our players. Jeffrey Gardner is at Jeff A+, Sandra Frame is at Miss O'Lean, and Mike Christensen is at Super Geek Mike. Photos and character art can be found in the show notes on partialarc.com. And while you're there, why not check out some of our other podcasts, including Roll the Seas, where myself and Andrew Dickinger discuss the absolute madness of Warhammer 40k. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.